America was on the verge of being completely destroyed by a gang of very powerful criminals who had made their way right into the heart of power. We didn't notice because they had become our most trusted leaders, entertainers, and politicians. But then things changed. In 2016, patriots in the U.S. military took back power legitimately with the election of Donald Trump. Plunged directly into the damage and sickening destruction caused to America and the world, they got to work dismantling the branches of this powerful secret shadow government that was in the process of siphoning off America's vast wealth to their global masters. After 2 years of a dramatic covert operation that was to include the gutting of the corrupt CIA, FBI, and Justice Department, they now face the last remaining pillar of the deep state, their vast media empire. They were using this unparalleled power to confuse the people of the world and distract from their criminality and subversion. They recognized that division and hate among people was the most effective way to keep us occupied and ignorant while they robbed us blind, engineered senseless trade deals, and destroyed distant lands for their own personal gain. The mainstream media, both in America and beyond, now remains the gravest threat to the people of the world. The battle for the American soul began in October 2017 with an NSA intelligence operation that we call Q. For the first time, the people were shown the reality of the world they live in, the extent of the corruption and crime that had been destroying their society for decades. Most of all, it showed them the path to their own liberation. Finally, on July 31st, 2018, in Tampa, Florida, President Donald Trump, avoiding the corrupt media channels by speaking directly to the people, allowed Q followers to display their support publicly. This deliberate action forced the deep state media to cover the story, as not doing so would raise a level of curiosity that could lead to a devastating mass awakening. To defend against this, they joined together in an unprecedented combined global mass media assault against Q, hoping they could deter the public from discovering the truth about our world. They called it a conspiracy, a word associated with unlawful or nefarious actions, depicting Q followers as a danger to society instead of peace-loving patriots just trying to break free from the prison of the mind that was created for them. Their attack on Q was to be just one of countless knowingly false narratives started and pushed by the criminals that control our media. They said Trump colluded with Russia to win the 2016 presidential election. They said he was a puppet to Putin. They claimed he would hurt relationships with our allies. They said he would collapse the economy and the stock market. We heard he was about to go to war with North Korea. They are saying he will do the same with Iran. They even said he would destroy the whole world. These fake narratives kept on coming, and they spread them with full knowledge that they were lies meant to stop the one force that could end them for good. It's time the American people and those all over the world ask themselves what is really going on. What are the people who control our media afraid of? What are they hiding? If you look, you will discover that the fake news media is not free or independent. You will see it is just a propaganda arm of the deep state. You will discover the names and faces of the cabal agents who have colluded to destroy our republic and bend us to their will. They want you divided. Divided by race. Divided by religion. Divided by political affiliation. They want this because divided you are weak. Together you are strong. It's time to research for yourself. You will find many things, among them an unprecedented number of sealed indictments filed in preparation for a mass arrest event. You will also discover an unprecedented list of corrupt CEOs who have recently been removed from their posts. You will see the same in the Senate and in Congress. And you will see the same at the top of the FBI and the Justice Department. This movement is not about one person or a group of people. It is about we, the people. The world is currently witnessing the largest mass treason event in living history. But instead of being fearful, we should be filled with hope. Instead of fighting among ourselves, we should face our only true enemy, the criminal deep state and their once invincible mainstream media apparatus. Do you want to free yourself? It's easy. Follow Q and turn them off.
We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers, because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
All right. Hope you Patriots out there kicking ass, taking names. Welcome to the party, folks. The Patriot Party News.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Oh, yeah. Action-packed show today. Excited to be back here on the live. Give me one quick second here. Yeah, it's there we go. Okay, just making sure here. I see that Dallas has got into the studio. This is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel, news, and bread. That's right. It's the Patriot Party News.com. Folks, we are more than just a website. We are a full functioning badassery patriot broadcasting network, broadcasting around the world 24/7. Folks, also, there's several ways that you can help us out here at PPN. We always start off right off the bat because we need your help. We're battling the cabal, okay? They've got trillions of dollars. We got $1, okay? To put it in perspective. But we're doing a damn good job getting the truth out with what we got. That's why they're continually censoring us. Because if they wasn't censoring us, then guess what? That means that we're not telling the truth or something that could harm their narrative. Okay? Kind of common sense. Put two and two together. Okay? Also, folks, another way you can support us is joining Patriot Shoot. Go to join.patriotshoot.com. Right now, you get access to our state groups. You get access to our voice chat platforms. You get access to what we're about to unveil to our members exclusively on Patriot Shoot that we're not going to speak publicly about. How would you like to know what's happening 2 to 3 days prior before it happens? How would you like to see everything that's posted where nothing's being hidden from you? You get that all on Patriot Shoot. You get 0 algorithms. We have 0 algorithms. We have 0 bots, okay, that come in that are not human. We're 100% human and kick-ass patriots in this platform. Again, go to join.patriotshoot.com as well. Also, folks, check out our other partners, everybody from Q Broadcast to our Heal LT360 products, Cardio Miracle, Hunter's Blend Coffee, which is amazing. Get you some good Java. Use PPN for the discount code. I promise you, you will be glad that you did. Also, folks, the removal of graphene oxide, what they put into you, what you're eating on. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's the truth. They're poisoning the shit out of everything, including the skies that you breathe in. You breathe in this crap. That's why so many people are lacking vitamin D because they're not going out as much because of how bad the air is because of the bullshit they're putting in the skies above us. If you think I'm lying, go outside and look up and see if you see a chemtrail. I promise you 9 times out of 10 you will. There will be some occasionals, oh my God, look, it's no chemtrails. Oh my goodness, this is insane. You feel like you've gone on vacation, right? I know that I feel that way. Get on over there to the rootsbrand.com/PPN or /Dallas PPN. Either way, you're going to get the hookup. Also, patriotmobile.com. We negotiated a deal with them. They're not the cabal. They're a Christian organization, Patriot derived. And guess what? You get free activation if you tell them PPN sent you. Use PPN as a discount code. Hey, look, Mom, no hands. Hello. Look at the PPN chat going crazy. We do have a live stream and a chat on our website as well. And we got chats everywhere. We got live streams everywhere. Why? Because they want to block us. That's why. And we have to do this. Do you think really that we wanted to put the time and the resources in to have to redo and build everything? No, we did it out of a labor of telling you the freaking truth. Just like we did with 2patriot.com. 2patriot.com, where you are the news, you broadcast censorship free. It's free to sign up. You need to be kicking ass and taking names and hauling ass over there. and signing up now. So you're in the know for what's going on. Because as they start breaking stuff down, you've seen what's happened. You've seen the social medias that have platforms that are already being banned. They're already taken apart. We told you this was going to happen. Oh, Chaz, you're doing fear porn. Bullshit. We're telling you the truth on what's happening. Better wake up, or they're going to wake you up themselves. I like waking my own self up versus have somebody do it. Be prepared. Again, topatriot.com. All right, cool. I see Dallas is up in this camp. We're about 2 minutes above schedule. I like that. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up, man?
Man, I know you've been busy.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Man, it's getting quite interesting, isn't it, my friend? You've seen everybody stepping down, CEOs left and right. 3-day weekend. Today's Friday the 13th. A lot of people are talking about suicide. Seriously, suicide weekend now because of everybody that's gotten exposed. We're seeing people honestly being taken out left and right, and companies separating themselves, including universities, from individuals as well. And I haven't even been able to cover. Man, so much coming in. I mean, you sending me stuff. I was there looking at it, I was like, damn. And then I'm looking at all this stuff coming out. I was like, well, it was bound to happen sometime. So, but wow. Are you, Andrew, talking about Prince Andrew here, smuggled Epstein victims, listen to this, into Buckingham Palace using the code name Miss Windsor. He'd call ahead. Miss Windsor will arrive shortly. Let her in. The King's profoundly concerned support for the monarchy just hit 45%, their lowest ever. Britain protected a pedophile's best friend for decades, and now the entire monarchy is collapsing. This is coming from the Daily Mail. Really no surprise, is it not?
Well, no, because Chaz, you remember, I mean, way back 4 or 5 years ago, when that video made the internet rounds of the naked little boy, climbing down sheets outside of the window of Windsor Castle. I mean, that right there was like something's going on, but it's bittersweet to me because I just don't think we're seeing it yet in the United States quite, but the whole world is looking at these emails and these files and going, oh my gosh, those crazy nut job conspiracy theorists have been right the whole damn time. and people are being held accountable. They're being removed from office. They're being, they're resigning, they're stepping down, they're being arrested. Have you seen the whole it was a big trap? Pam Bondi is so
hell
smart.
Hell yeah. We're going to talk about that today too. They're tripping.
They are, but could that be wag the dog, right? Could that be the best PR spin for her absolutely crapping the bed yesterday? Yes. Or they could have given them all access and saw who was actually seeking justice and retribution for the victims and trying to bring down these horrible pedophile sleazebag dirtbags, or who's in there like, oh my gosh, where's my name? Like Steve Bannon's name is in the files like 3,000 times. Steve Bannon's name is in the files more than Bill Clinton's. That is crazy to me, Chaz.
I agree.
But what was it the greatest trap of all time, or is that Trump's administration trying to cover once again for a terrible, terrible showing of one of his people, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel? I pray to God above that it is the first, that it was a giant trap and that they literally just gave them the keys and all the rope for them to go hang themselves. But we need to see direct and open accountability like today, Chaz, not in 3 months, not right before the midterms. People need to start getting arrested and being removed from office right now. Because if not, then Chaz, it wasn't the greatest handcuffs and perp walks, baby. I've been saying it for 3 years. But if we don't see handcuffs and perp walks, then that was not the greatest trap of all time. And oh my gosh, she's so smart and the white hats are in control. It was a huge spin, and it's just same old, same old. So I am optimistic, man. I am ready to see some heads roll, because Chaz, there are pedophile, satanic, ritualistic abusers, sex abusers, rapists, murderers, and cannibals running our government and running this world. And that is no longer acceptable. And you can't put the cat back in the bag. It's out. And that, like, by the end of this weekend, Chaz, do you realize that there's going to be a website? Because right now you can't search these files. Like, you can't type in John Hancock and find everywhere in all the files John Hancock shows up. Well, by the end of this weekend, there's going to be a database where you can do that, right? And it's going to tie all of them together. It's not one email here, one email here. It's here is the chronological order of John Hancock, who is a fictional made-up person.
And they released emails, too, they wasn't supposed to release at all. That was actually internal.
Yeah.
Internal. It's like, here, we'll just throw it all out there. It's like I got tired of all the files, and they screwed up and allow some things to come out. Or, playing devil's advocate here, was it done on purpose, like what you're talking about with Wag the Dog? Okay, maybe, possibly. I will say this. Check this out. Mr. Poole, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good one right here. 3 million pages, 6 countries, 10 resignations. We've been talking about this. The Epstein files didn't just expose names. They're collapsing governments. Here's what's happened in 14 days, and the media is barely covering any of this. United Kingdom is in a straight-up free fall right now, okay? Peter Mendelsohn received 3 payments of $25,000 from Epstein. Emails show he forwarded classified government information to Epstein while serving as a business secretary. Damn. Resigned from the Labor Party, resigned from the House of Lords. Starmer's chief of staff resigned. His communications director resigned. Scottish Labour leader called for Starmer himself to resign. Prince Andrew, new docs show he sent confidential material to Epstein in 2010. The British government is unraveling in real freaking time right now. Norway, former prime minister raided today. Police raided former prime minister, was it Thorbjorn Jagland's home? Say that 3 times. Charged with aggravated corruption. Epstein called him the Nobel Big Shot. He chaired the Nobel Committee, ran the council in Europe, used Epstein's apartments in Paris, New York, and also Palm Beach from 2011 to 2018. Epstein paid for everything. Ambassador Mona Jewell resigned. Diplomat Terry Rod Larson, architect of the Oslo Peace Accords, linked to the visa fraud and trafficking victims, named in Epstein's will for $10 million. Wow.
How big of a dirtbag do you have to be in Epstein's will as a beneficiary?
Yeah, talk to me about that. Heck yeah, exactly. Right? The man who brokered the Middle East peace deal was helping trafficking women, man. Yep. Crown Princesses Meti Marit apologized. WEF President Borg Brindy under investigation. Different countries here. What was this? Slovakia? I guess National Security Advisor.
Slovakia.
Thank you. I knew you'd help me. National Security Advisor resigned after Epstein communications resurfaced. French former culture minister Jack Lane resigned. Corruption probe open. Sweden, UNC UNHCR chair resigned after visiting Epstein's island after his conviction. Notice they didn't put a name in there. United States calls for the Commerce Secretary Lutnick to resign. Paul Wise, chairman, stepped down. And let me stop for a second. And I know you know what I'm talking about here, but Lutnick, this dude has had tremendous luck in his favor. From 9/11, the only day he didn't show up, it happened. And then he lied under oath. And I hate to say this, and he's part of the cabinet. I'm telling you, for Trump, this ain't good. Yep. This is, and same thing with Cash Patel lying about the co-conspirators, and saying lied under oath. I mean, we got an FBI director that lied freaking under oath. I mean, I got his books. He's been on our show. I've met him. But it's guess what? It's about the truth.
Pam Bondi lied and got called out and freaked out and yelled about the Dow Jones. Yeah. Pam Bondi lied under oath to Congress yesterday on live TV.
Yeah.
But what's crazy about this post, Chaz, and it's the point I made when we first started talking about this. The only thing that is connected to the United States is that last one, which is Lutnick and Paul Wise, right? Those are the only two out of the hundreds and thousands of American diplomats and government officials and high-ranking police officers, those are the only two. All those other people are from other countries.
Bro, they're all on TV in the court. What we're seeing in front of Pam Bondi, and I'm hoping that is real, and that's not a PR stunt about being able to track whatever they're able to look up, man. Because you know what? That would be awesome to see handcuffs and perp walks because they won't be able to walk the streets. Now, here, let me continue this real quick. The Nobel Committee chairs, peace deal architects there, prime ministers, ambassadors, crown princesses. These are not random connections. This is a network. And Trump just exposed all of it with one document release. So 3 million pages, 14 days, 6 countries burning. This is the largest political exposure in modern history, and we're only seeing the beginning. The world they built is crumbling. Well, the only thing I want to see is a mother freaker in handcuffs. Can I get an amen on that?
Whoop, whoop.
Right? But that's what I know, we're kind of saying that jokingly, but then again, we're not, because, man, that's the baseline. Wouldn't it be amazing, Dallas, if we actually saw that? If we actually saw these scumbags being put in handcuffs, really.
And that's my point, Chaz, is I know that people have not necessarily agreed with some of my points of view in regards to Trump and this current administration over the last several weeks and months.
Right.
But I am telling you, Chaz, if we don't see, in your words, mother freakers in handcuffs and being walked down the street in public related to these emails and these horrible crimes against humanity and against women and children, then I am right and everybody else is wrong. I don't want to be right. I think that we have a very short window. Yeah. And when I say short, I mean hours to days, possibly a week, for legitimate accountability, for people to be arrested, be removed from power, removed from office, and held accountable for the absolute horrible atrocities that are now out in the public for all to see. Because if that doesn't happen, Chaz, then Pam Bondi is 100% correct. They are not going to hold a single one of these assholes accountable because it would destroy the fabric of the system. Well, guess what, Pam? The system is broke, and it is degenerate, and it is disgusting, and it is inhuman. So it needs to be broke. It needs to be broken. It's already broken. It needs to be cleaned. So I am excited, Chaz. I'm I think we're going to see. I agree. I think this weekend could be like that moment in history where we look back 20 or 30 or 40 years from now and go, remember when, right? Remember when all of those dirtbags got what was coming to them, and those satanic, child abusing, rapist, cannibal pieces of garbage were all removed, and finally good prevailed over evil. This could be that weekend. But if we get a month, if we get 2 months, I'm telling you, if nobody is arrested until the midterms, this is all a joke. It's all a big scam, and it's all politics as usual. We have a short.
What's your gut telling you? I want to do a hard pause real quick. So, what is your gut telling you? Do you think that's what the reality is going to be? We're going to go into midterms and nobody's arrested. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say I'm suspecting that's going to happen, and I hate to say that publicly, but I'll go ahead and say it. I think that is going to be the case, and and people are going to be distracted by what? Scare events, different things happening to take their focus off. That's what they're still trying to do, but they can't do it. But
that's the point, Chaz. They're not going to be distracted. They're just going to be straight lied to. Oh, right. It's all part of the plan. Trust the plan. The white hats are in control. It's a military operation. If we get to the midterms and nobody has been held accountable, there is no plan. There are no good guys. And like Marjorie Taylor Greene and General, oh my gosh, the guy that was arrested for, golly, I just forgot his name. We sell his book.
What are you talking about, Flynn?
Yeah, General Flynn. If we get to the midterms and nobody's been held accountable, then those two people are right. Nobody's coming to save us, and we have been duped. You asked if my gut. It isn't my gut, Chaz. It is my intuition that says that might be the reality. That but I'm telling you, as true as I'm standing here, and oh, you just don't see it, blah 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 blah. The problem is I can see it clear as day, and that's what bothers me, right? What bothers me is that others can't. But if we get to the midterms and nobody's been held accountable, and I don't mean peons, I mean big dogs in the government, big dogs in the Supreme Court, like the people that are actually at the top making these decisions and controlling our country and controlling our world. If those people aren't held accountable, at least the beginning of it, then we have been lied to. This has all been a big psyop, and it's been a big scam, and Q doesn't exist. But I am telling you, I think we have a window of hours, days, and I'll give it up to a month, right? I'll give it up to 4 weeks.
Okay.
For people to legitimately be held accountable. Because if they're not, like, it's out. Guys. Right. Like there's, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, a year ago, the files on my desk. We're going to hold people accountable. We're going to release the files. It took a damn year to get them out.
Yeah.
Now they're out. By the end of this weekend, Chaz, they're going to be in a database where we can search and we can type a word, a name, a subject, and it's going to pull up everything connected.
Now, where is this going to be? Do you know where this is going to be? You're saying
it's Ian. I think the guy's name is Ian.
That same guy that did it before?
Yeah,
I think he did it like with whatever. Okay, I'll find it.
But by Monday, he's going to have it complete, from what I understand, and then wheels are off, Chaz. But also, we are going to have the ability to completely unredact all of these files. So everybody's name is going to be exposed and everybody's going to be held. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be out there. It's going to be in the public.
Well, Dad, burn it. Since you've already let the cat out of the bag, I guess I got to say this.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
No. You did a great job, because I was going to wait. I was like, but then what you're saying is making sense. So I'm going to interject this. When that's done over the weekend, I encourage everybody to look up all these Patriot influencers in there too, And you're about to be shocked which Patriot influencers are also in that list. Feel free to look us up because I've never been. I don't know anything about it. But you are about to be blown away. And there's going to be a lot of pissed off people that have been following some of these folks that have been on Rape Island. And they're Patriot influencers. Mark my words. Go look it up, because as soon as it's in the system and he's done it over the weekend, you better bet your ass I'm going to be in there. And when I've got the proof of it showing, that's when we're going to start yelling out names, and we're going to start calling them all out. And for those that want to argue with it, and when it comes out to be true, I'm sorry. It's about the children, and it's about the dad burn truth. That's it, period.
And it's just about morals and ethics and just being a good person, right? And I'll give you an example, right? Like this is the exact kind of lie that if we get to the midterms, this is the bullshit that they're going to feed us to make us believe that this is the truth, right? And I'm not picking. The guy's name is put in the comment, so I'm going to read it. But 107 said, Trump is waiting to see if these bad guys are not held accountable by June, July. And if not, the Insurrection Act will happen because Trump knows midterms will fail us. I'm not saying anything negative about 107. But that is if we get to the midterms and nobody's been arrested and nobody's been held accountable and nobody's been removed from power, that right there is the kind of bullshit lie they're going to tell you and I, and they're going to try and get us to propagate within the truther movement to justify how we made it another 6 months. So now a year and a half into the second term, 10 years after the fact, how did we get 6 more months down the road and nothing happened? Because, Chaz, how many times have you directly heard the Insurrection Act has been signed? It's been put into place. The military.
Well, how many influencers, Patriot influencers, keep on regurgitating that out because that's their only narrative for them to be able to get clickbait?
That's what I'm saying. That is the lie that they're going to try to feed us, right? And so I want, and I want to be very clear, I want that narrative that came out this morning about Pam Bondi and the trap and how they gave him the keys, to the computers. They gave him the keys to the kingdom, and they basically entrapped themselves. I desperately want that to be true. When I read it, my immediate thought was, well, yeah, she shit the bed. Like, she did horrible. And this is their best attempt to be like, oh, it was all an act and blah, blah, right?
Bro, it was entertainment more than anything else. You have that mental capability of understanding what's a Patriot soap opera and what's not, I mean, that was sheer. Now, I say there was a lot of serious topics that were brought up. Now, the victims that stood up behind Pam Bondi, the Epstein victims. Now, I can't sit here and look you in the eye and say every single one of them, that's who they were. But I can only assume with them being in there and being documented and them having their attorneys in there as well beside them, that speaks dividends big time. I mean, if people can say, oh, man, they're pulling a narrative, they're lying. Well, I'm here to tell you, if they got attorneys and it's really victims and they really did this, and if it's in fact true, which it looks like it is, that the DOJ didn't even pay them any mind because they were protecting their buddies.
Well, yeah, they were supposed to be protecting the victims who she wouldn't even turn around and make eye contact with. But it's funny. I'm reading some of the comments. You know why I can't get off this subject, Chaz? Is because this is the whole point. The whole point of everything that we have been doing has been about exposing the satanic pedophile dirtbag, child baby eating, adrenochrome drinking dirtbags, like saving the children. This whole thing started about the children. Oh, get off the arrest thing. I can't, because that's exactly what they want us to do. They want us
Right.
to get off of this subject. Trump says it, Bondi says it, Capel says it, Cash Capel, Dan Bongino. They're all just move on from the Epstein. No, Epstein is the key. Epstein ties the whole world. You just read it, Mr. Poole. The whole world is connected to Epstein. And this is where I plant my flag.
Yeah.
And I, and again, I don't have any negative thoughts or feelings towards 107, but I'm just telling you, if we get to midterms, that is the lie that we are going to be force fed in the truther community, in the MAGA community, in the Patriot community, to keep us from taking back our country physically. And I'm done with that lie. So I hope and I pray that people are held accountable, and it happens right now, because that's what needs to happen. If Trump is listening, you need to start making arrests right now, this weekend.
I think everybody needs to take off their freaking mask and show their real face. If we're going to be truthful about this movement and who we're getting our information from, I think everyone needs to be honest with the public. Okay. I still haven't figured that one out yet, but that's a whole nother subject matter on here. So check this Q post out. I'm going to go ahead and get into it. And by the way, we're just bringing up points. We're not bashing anybody, but it's our opinions, and we have that right, as it was said the other night. And here it is. So can't be opinion either if it ends up being right as well. Just saying. So this is coming from True Stormy Joe here. He says, me in May of 2021, ground zero is Maricopa. And here it is, Q Post 2492. This was dated May 18th of 2021. And it says, here in Arizona, governor won by 328 votes. Republican senator winning by 32,000 votes. Republican governor won Maricopa County by 325,000 votes. Democrat senator winning Maricopa by 32,000 votes. 350,000 vote swing to Democrat senator. Q. There's 3,141 voting counties in the U.S. Q just happened to pick the one county that would be ground zero for election fraud. Oh, and this Q drop is from 2018. Enjoy the show. Sometimes you can't tell people, you just have to show them. Dang, that's pretty serious. And here it is. Talk about General Flynn. Check this out. Right in Florida. This was this is one of two here. It's saying it says he gives a couple of Q nods. Maricopa, how did Q know this? Would be the focus before the election. That's a good point. The world is watching. And then here we go. There's another Q post. This one is dated November 12th, 2018. I will be putting links, by the way, inside a Patriot Shoot, and you can get them in the underground Patriot newsroom, but they'll all be in there. And it says, I'm thankful for the Q team for giving us nuggets like Maricopa, equaling election fraud. So when the real Donald Trump retruths Maricopa election fraud, I know everything is okay at Kerry Lake. That we are on the right track in the military operation at its finest. God wins. I pray that's right.
Mm-hmm.
But the good news is it is coming back out. They're saying they're going to Maricopa County like they did Fulton County, Georgia.
Yeah.
That's positive, and I'll take that all day long. The question is, where's the rest?
Where's the handcuff and purple?
Right.
It's
right. Can't remember what movie that was from, but it was hilarious.
As we kind of wind down,
yeah.
People are going to only hear what they want to hear. Period. No matter what is said, what is shown, but. I don't have any ill feelings towards anybody that has been mentioned, specifically 107. I met the guy, I've hung out with the guy. I like the guy. I am just pointing out what I believe to be an obvious flaw in the system. And, but I want more than anything for all of this to be true. Like that is my, like, that's what I want. I want the good guys to win. I want evil to be held accountable and eradicated from this earth. I want the children to be protected and saved. I want women to be protected and saved all around the world. I want people to be able to live in peace and harmony and prosperity. Like, I want all of those things. Those are the things that I want. Those are the things I pray for. Those are the things that I meditate on. But I also know that at some point, and somebody said, God's timing is perfect, mine isn't. I agree 100%. But at some point, you can't have all of this evidence and all this proof and still nobody being held accountable. Maricopa County, that was a month ago, Chaz. Nobody's been arrested. Tina Peters is still in prison for doing her job.
Yeah. And guess what? She ain't getting pardoned, but guess who else is? Hello, you got yesterday, Joe Calico, Nate Newton, remember those names? Jamal Lewis, Travis Henry, and the late Billy Cannon. These pardons were announced by the White House. Pardons are from Alice Marie Johnson. Now, I'm assuming this probably has to do with some of the betting stuff, maybe, perhaps. There's a Calico, a former star for the New York Jets, pleaded guilty to perjury in 1993 after lying to a federal grand jury that was investigating insurance fraud. And I'm sitting here reading through all of this here. Bottom line, where's Tina Peters? Or throw this out, everybody, and this might create a whole whirlwind. You might as well put your shield up, Dallas, because here we go. What if it's fake? Tina, what if that's part of the show? And I know Tina. I got her cell phone number. I've talked to Tina. We've helped Tina raise like $250,000 to help her with her legal stuff. But here's my question. When I'm getting text messages from her phone saying, hey, Tina wants this person to come on, and I'm sitting here, it's not making any sense. It's pitching a narrative. And it's not adding up. And yeah, everybody says it's part of the show. Well, here's the thing. In my eyes, it's no longer a show. It's lies. It's lies. Everything is lies. And you've got to work yourself through that. Now, yeah, what about the video? I had the video, looked at it too. Who's not to say it was made by AI? I'm serious. Of her in the battle or whatever. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But I'm going to tell you this right now. We have requested across the board to be able to see people that they claim on television and all over the internet that they're needing help and this and that and whatever. And we're being blocked in every single way to be able to see these people in person. I'm just here to tell you. And I met and we hung out with Tina when I was at the Lindell deal. With Warren and Jennifer and Alex and so forth. And I know, Dallas, you've met some folks too. And
yeah, I've met Tina.
And she's very nice. I love Tina. She's awesome, you know. But then again, maybe is she playing a certain role into this? And I'm starting to believe, I think so, especially when we're rejected from being able to visit her. And I was on probably going to fly to Colorado personally and go there and meet with her personally, but was denied.
Yeah.
That they don't work that way. I'm sorry. Prisoners even have rights, and they're able to be able to see folks, regardless, as long as they're not doing anything, a danger, which she's not.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, you got things happening that are being blocked. You got people that are telling certain narratives that are not adding up. And now they're we got a lot of Patriot influencers out there that have been spinning this yarn for years over and over again. And nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing has happened. And they start quoting off executive orders. Tell me where the executive order is of telling the truth and helping out those kids and babies. The end. Why'd you get started to begin with? Just saying.
I mean, I think right there is a good place to put up and shut up. I mean, I agree, Chaz. Again, the Insurrection Act. We were told that thing was signed in 2017. Why is it just now? Oh, well, if we get 6 months down the road, right before midterms, and people haven't been arrested, Trump is the head. He is the head of Pam Bondi. He's the head of the DOJ. He can say, arrest them. You have the proof. Go get it. And it happens like that, right? But if we get 6 months down the road, he knows we're going to lose the midterms because we are. If we get 6 months down the road, and then and at that point he's going to do the Insurrection Act. Well, at that point, it's about 5 years too late, President Trump. Like, you missed the boat. And again, I'm not saying anything negative about Juan because that's probably what he was told, right? But that doesn't track with me. That's just BS. If we're gonna now
Biden time is what it is.
So
it's Biden time. And by the way, the chats are going crazy right now. I just figured out pretty well.
Folks,
and I just understand we're here to tell the truth, but we're also here to look from different view sets and different perspectives. Because you need to use your God-given discernment, and you definitely need to use some common sense throughout this. Because unfortunately, with their psyops that are happening right now, what you call a movie is a psyop. Just saying, to condition you.
And this is the other part that people didn't understand. You and I are not getting paid to push a narrative.
Right.
We are not getting compensated anyway. Some of those other people, the one I mentioned, has made millions over the last 10 years selling his book. Millions.
Yeah. Or paintings or jackets, or we could go down a whole list.
Right. So we have not been paid. We're not paid to say anything. We're not paid to pitch a narrative and to only talk about certain subjects. We are red-blooded Americans that watch the news, read the news, and look at the world and say, this is what I see. So love it or hate it, I get it, but that's the reality we live in. I think we have been lied to. Again, Kash Patel lying. Kash Patel lied directly to us, lied to Congress, lied about Charlie Kirk. Pam Bondi lied yesterday, got called out, and then freaked out and yelled about the Dow Jones. Like, come on, man. Like, anyway, put up or shut up, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. Right. Have a good man. See ya.
Okay, have a good weekend. Hey, let's have Monday. Maybe we come on and go, whoop, we were either right or we were wrong, but Monday is the sun still comes up on Monday. So I'll see you Monday, brother.
Sounds good, man. See ya. Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate everyone tuning in as you always do. Hey, I want to leave this with everyone on the show that we're not attacking anybody. We're bringing up points that everyone needs to really look at. And after a period of time, you've got certain narratives have got to be thrown away, and new narratives and new discernment needs to be put in place. That's how this is going to work within this. Okay. Lots of confusion going on, but go back to your common sense and your God-given discernment, and it will make sense to you. These are different points to look from. Again, a lot of things people are like, man, this is all negative and gloom and doom. No, it's the freaking truth. And if you can't handle it, maybe you need to take a break and then come back. Okay. That's what it comes down to, bottom line. Okay. So just understand that. God bless the Republic of the United States of America, and God bless you, patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world for that matter. God bless you. We'll see you. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your states at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.
Was on the verge of being completely destroyed by a gang of very powerful criminals who had made their way right into the heart of power. We didn't notice because they had become our most trusted leaders, entertainers, and politicians. But then things changed. In 2016, patriots in the U.S. military took back power legitimately with the election of Donald Trump. Plunged directly into the damage and sickening destruction caused to America and the world, they got to work dismantling the branches of this powerful secret shadow government that was in the process of siphoning off America's vast wealth to their global masters. After 2 years of a dramatic covert operation that was to include the gutting of the corrupt CIA, FBI, and Justice Department, they now face the last remaining pillar of the deep state, their vast media empire. They were using this unparalleled power to confuse the people of the world and distract from their criminality and subversion. They recognized that division and hate among people was the most effective way to keep us occupied and ignorant while they robbed us blind, engineered senseless trade deals, and destroyed distant lands for their own personal gain. The mainstream media, both in America and beyond, now remains the gravest threat to the people of the world. The battle for the American soul began in October 2017 with an NSA intelligence operation that we call Q. For the first time, the people were shown the reality of the world they live in, the extent of the corruption and crime that had been destroying their society for decades. Most of all, it showed them the path to their own liberation. Finally, on July 31st, 2018, in Tampa, Florida, President Donald Trump, avoiding the corrupt media channels by speaking directly to the people, and allowed Q followers to display their support publicly. This deliberate action forced the deep state media to cover the story, as not doing so would raise a level of curiosity that could lead to a devastating mass awakening. To defend against this, they joined together in an unprecedented combined global mass media assault against Q, hoping they could deter the public from discovering the truth about our world. They called it a conspiracy, a word associated with unlawful or nefarious actions, depicting Q followers as a danger to society instead of peace-loving patriots just trying to break free from the prison of the mind that was created for them. Their attack on Q was to be just one of countless knowingly false narratives started and pushed by the criminals that control our media. They said Trump colluded with Russia to win the 2016 presidential election. They said he was a puppet to Putin. They claimed he would hurt relationships with our allies. They said he would collapse the economy and the stock market. We heard he was about to go to war with North Korea. They are saying he will do the same with Iran. They even said he would destroy the whole world. These fake narratives kept on coming, and they spread them with full knowledge that they were lies meant to stop the one force that could end them for good. It's time the American people and those all over the world ask themselves what is really going on. What are the people who control our media afraid of? What are they hiding? If you look, you will discover that the fake news media is not free or independent. You will see it is just a propaganda arm of the deep state. You will discover the names and faces of the cabal agents who have colluded to destroy our republic and bend us to their will. They want you divided. Divided by race. Divided by religion. Divided by political affiliation. They want this because divided you are weak. Together you are strong. It's time to research for yourself. You will find many things, among them an unprecedented number of sealed indictments filed in preparation for a mass arrest event. You will also discover an unprecedented list of corrupt CEOs who have recently been removed from their posts. You will see the same in the Senate and in Congress. And you will see the same at the top of the FBI and the Justice Department. This movement is not about one person or a group of people. It is about we, the people. The world is currently witnessing the largest mass treason event in living history. But instead of being fearful, we should be